Bitcoin has bounced back, but it doesn't matter because my daughter has stolen my Lamborghini. And credit card delinquencies on the rise, presenting a $1 trillion problem for traditional finance and a $1 trillion opportunity for us nerds here in crypto. We got some crazy stuff today. Got the kiddos with me, so this is going to be a little extra crazy show. She actually stole the Lamborghini. Okay, so that is the thing. I have quite a bit to go over today. There's a lot of news to get into here today. So welcome all to the show. We got some new names here, some old ones here. Blaznik, veteran crypto. Corey, what up? Corey needs to drop me his ninja skills. The videos for the ninja skills, they're a must. Crypt Tony, Mr. J, government bowel movement tracker, very nice. Crypto 2 Rich, Beva Quinn, Nicholas Guru, Tommy Moran, and the rest. Troy Lindsay. Good to see Troy Lindsay. Calling me out on being late. I know I'm late. I was giving it a moment here. I was soaking into it. Good afternoon, Drew. How have you been liking these buying opportunities? I have been loving them. LYB Productions. I feel very much so calmed down now that I've been able to top off the bags at very low prices. Mm-hmm. And I think we're in for some really fun stuff. So make sure you're following me on Twitter at Druth Crypto here. I am currently live. Getting close to 7,000 followers. That's cool.
Beautiful.
Also, the YouTube, doing good. 75,800 subscribers. I like every day I come in, it's 100 or 200 more subs. Beautiful. That feels good, man.
That feels great.
And I see a lot of new members. I need to start making a specific time frame of the show at the beginning where I just highlight every new member that's coming in. Because becoming a member is a great way to support the channel. Absolutely appreciate you guys for doing so. Now, Bitcoin bouncing back pretty nice. Here's the Bitcoin dominance. Looking a little strong, looking a little scary. 62% right now. Bitcoin, this daily, this is a bullish divergence. Higher lows on the RSIs, or the momentum waves, and lowers on the price. So it looks like this is actually trying to play out right now. Mm-hmm. Very nice look. Bitcoin currently at $84,670. It's been a little busy. I drove to the daycare today. Yeah. We're flat out shut. They didn't have the personnel available for the daycare.
Jeez.
Ooh, she just dropped my. Ooh. I think she didn't break the guitar.
No.
Y'all missed that? Jasper, calm down. Oh my gosh, she's unhinged. Stealing Jeffrey. Can we get a wide of this? Or we don't have the wide. Maybe try to capture on the PTZ.
Yeah, I have a PTZ. I gotta pop it out here, but
ridiculous.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's go back to the charts here. So on the 15-minute, we have a little bit of a calm down here, but it's been very, very vile to the upside here today so far. It's pretty exciting to see a nice return back into strength here. I'm not going to be like horribly excited until we're breached above 90K. A big one that we need to run into is about $96,000.
Yeah.
So, that is something I'm looking out for. This is crazy, isn't it? We're pulling it off. We're pulling it off, Isaac. This might be the most chaotic video I've ever done in my life. And I've done a lot of chaotic, I had to, God, there's Jeffrey. I had to play a show and sing my brother's favorite songs at his funeral. That was tough.
That sounds tough.
Any show after that, easy in comparison. Look at Jeff. Unbelievable. He's got Jeffrey. All right, let's get into the charts here. What do we got here? So, nice to see $84,800 on Bitcoin. Ethereum still under $2,000.
Oh, Lord.
XRP looking strong, up 3% today. It's Pi Day. It is Pi Day, isn't it?
I think it is, yeah.
That's what the police department posted today, too. They're like, Happy Pi Day. I was like, right on. BNB strong as always. It was still over that $500 important level. Solana, a lot of ground to make up, but Solana is trying. Down 7% on the day. Take a look at Solana. 132
CZ's
bucks.
out of prison.
CZ is out of prison.
Because it's above.
Look at this.
It's above 120.
No, hold on. No.
We said 120 was the range where he would be
in
prison.
Yeah, we leave him in prison until Solana breaks $200 a unit again.
Okay.
That's the
fair.
play. You can't let him out to it. You just don't get ahead of yourself.
My bad.
No.
I mean, I don't really care, but I just figured that was what we were going with.
Now, here's the watch list that I got more primarily. The big winners here, Moonwell, The Arena, and Chainlink. A massive market cap in comparison to most, $9.2 billion, at an 11, maybe 12% on the day.
Beautiful.
That feels good.
It does. It looks good too.
Oh my gosh. Hey, what up, Crypto Steve-O? Hoodie for hockey jersey? You got people bartering for our hoodies. Sure.
Why
But,
not?
Why not? Flatulence, hit me up. I also hit up Crypto Crow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's down
like
to
him.
clown. Down to clown.
Down the
I'm
clown.
building bridges.
Building them that other people want to burn.
Speaking of building bridges, just a quick interjection. Where is this? Where is this? Okay, look at this. This is China. So China unveiled a new huge invasion barge during amphibious landing exercises near Zhanjiang. The barges will make it possible for China to move large amounts of military equipment to shore without docking facilities. Ships would dock with the barges, unload tanks, trucks, and other armored vehicles, which could then drive to shore across a 120-meter long arm, acting as a bridge. Look at the size of this. This is absolutely like, think about the one thing that came to mind is having that much material in one barge.
Yeah.
Probably not the right move. I mean, I'm just going to say it right now. That's probably not the move. Thanks for the gifted memberships as well, Mr. That Guy. Holy cow. What a guy.
Okay.
I'm out here building bridges, though. You know what I mean? I just got tired of all these communities being so insulated and cultish,
Yeah.
Like, we're here in crypto to get information and make the best choices possible for my bags, right? Me talking out loud about my thoughts on bags. But, you need a confluence. Holy crap, a giraffe, huh? Thanks for the likes, you guys. I see ICP King dropping likes. Now, here's pretty cool. U.S. authorities seized another $62 million in Bitcoin linked to Silk Road drug operations, cracking down on dark web dealers and money laundering. Isn't this a little late?
Very late.
Right? What the hell are they doing still talking about this?
Wasn't that like 3 months ago?
One thing about the strategic reserve and this budget neutral move about getting a bunch of Bitcoin is like, what if they just decide to go seize all the Bitcoin? That's pretty budget neutral to me. They tried to seize gold.
They did do that.
Right?
Yeah.
All about the sacks. What up, BitLab fam? Hello. Yeah, just really weird random article to come out about Silk Road drug Bitcoin being snagged, but BlackRock is out snagging Bitcoin once again. We did see a little bit of a downturn in BlackRock buying there for a bit, but they received $25 million in Bitcoin from Coinbase Prime. Now the bag sits at $47 billion worth of Bitcoin. Another one that was kind of sleeping giant of Wall Street, ARK Invest, received $80 million of Bitcoin from Coinbase today. That's a big buy for ARK Invest. Very good to see a substantial uptick in ARK Invest buying. It was one of the ones that we just saw constant outflows. Drew, why would the U.S. buy Bitcoin when they could just mine it? That's another play that I'm sure they're going to do. But, I don't think there's ever going to be a point where I completely trust the government not to come try to steal Bitcoin from us.
No way.
Never trust. Never fully trust. Absolutely not. Good morning, Drew and Isaac. It kind of feels like morning. It is afternoon.
Yeah, same thing.
Shout out to Alexandra G, though. He is a very, very active community member.
Best mod across all of crypto YouTube and Twitter.
Russia is using Bitcoin, Ethereum, and stablecoins for oil trade with China and India to bypass sanctions. Oh, what's wrong, baby? You guys are fighting. What's wrong? Got the kiddos. Oh, come around this way. Come around this way. Come around this way. Come over here. Come around. No, go around the couch. This is going to be fun. I'm going to see if I can pull this off. No, go around the couch. Don't climb over that. Yeah. Here, I'm going to get her.
Guys, this is what happens when you turn your school into, or your YouTube channel into a daycare. It's great. Love it.
Dude, I can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. And they hose me down, man. I pay thousands of dollars
for daycare.
And they're just like, sorry, we can't do it. Unbelievable. All right, so Russia is using Bitcoin, Ethereum, and stable coins. Do you need a drink of water? So that's interesting to bypass the sanctions. I think that the sanctions will have a point where they are kind of relieved, but what we'll see them replaced with is tariffs.
Yeah.
So, it is interesting to see the mechanism of crypto being utilized for nation states to kind of get around stops that the American power has used to kind of shift all of their their finances into one funnel point. So this is interesting to use it, to see. Russia was kind of bearish on Bitcoin adoption like a few weeks ago, maybe a week ago. And then we just saw a Russian bank open up kind of custodying abilities. Oh, Jasper, do you have a drink of water? Have a drink of water. Posing me. So now, Tim Draper. I got to disagree with this. So all fiat will, I agree with the fact that all fiat will continue to fall against Bitcoin. But he called for $250,000 Bitcoin within this year. And just looking at the velocity of the market at large, gotta disagree, man. Like
100%.
I love Bitcoin. I love crypto. I love gold. But in general, where we are stumbling at currently is substantially lower than where we found that initial stumble point in January and February of the last bull market. And we got to think, I'm still thinking in terms of 4-year cycles. A little bit adjusted. So this is, the stumble point of 2021, January and February. It actually is pretty dang similar. We have 31% pullback right here. Shook a lot of people out. It looks like a pullback for ants when we're, one cycle down from that further. But no, don't drink that. She's trying to
get a pre-workout. That's a good. But no, 250 Bitcoin, 250,000 Bitcoin would definitely be something that I would see like during the beginning of the year. That was like the target. Everything was so bullish. Now, I'm right around like, 170 top.
Well, and I get where like they want to just use the basic fib and stuff, but we got to keep in mind the more this market grows, cycle over cycle, and each one of these rainbow zones is a cycle. How crazy small that. Yeah. Okay, go into the bathroom. All right, you can go. Go into the bathroom. You can utilize it. So looking at this cycle over cycle, we have to keep in mind like now we're in the multiple trillions of dollars, and it takes a lot more energy to move that market. Maybe Isaac, could you bring me the sticks and then open the door to that restaurant for her? Thank you very much. It's just thank you, Jay, for helping out. God, you guys are really
y'all look great.
Because I got a lot to say today, and I came to work ready. Oh my God, Isaac's about to break the system. Oh my God, yeah. This time frame of thinking about 250K is like this obvious thing that we deserve and we're going to get. It's starting to feel like the 100K call. So when I, am doing my analysis, this in general is a multi-trillion-dollar market cap that is stumbling at a lower Fibonacci level than it did previous cycle. And it stumbled even higher in the 2013 cycle. So this is my target, about 170 to 200 if we're extra lucky there. So I do disagree with you, Mr. Tim Draper, in your price prediction. And that's me saying I kind of felt like it when we had the nation state FOMO going on. Everyone was feeling so great. But then we saw kind of it was like priced in, and then Trump's inauguration, we hit 109, and we're sitting here trying to reclaim that same level. It's just, I gotta call it out as I see it here. So, Tim, I agree with you that fiat is dying, but I don't think we're going to hit that 250 mark in this particular cycle, which actually is a good thing. If you think about it, Bitcoin has proved that it's going to be around and that it's sought after by nation states. And if we aren't having to chase a $250,000 Bitcoin, that's preferred for me because I rather stack, Bitcoin at a lower level. So here I have quite a large amount of macroeconomic information to get to you, but it matters very much so for our buying power and really what I see for crypto lending protocols. Because as I said, I feel like we are going to breach that 150 level. And I think the movement of crypto is something that is going to be intertwined with TradFi, regardless of what we do. And you know me, I've always looked at TradFi in traditional markets anyways. But we have something pretty interesting brewing, especially with Trump's short-term pain. We covered this yesterday, right? President Trump believing now short-term pain is his only option to lower inflation and refinance $9 trillion worth of debt. Okay, so these are coming out today. We talked about it for months and months ago. We talked about this. So pat yourselves on the back if you're paying attention to that. But here's something very interesting. This is an article Wall Street Journal, government mortgage relief is no cash cow. And what they're talking about here is the lingering effects of the pandemic and inflationary pressures and higher unemployment levels, along with a flurry of natural disasters, have contributed to a slow rise in FHA mortgage delinquencies. So these mortgage delinquencies are ticking up and up and up as people's buying power is dying. Their unemployment, their jobs are not paying or keeping up with the cost of living, and they're turning into mortgage delinquencies. The mortgage industry, which is watching this development closely, is committed to working with the Trump administration and the FHA to address the drivers of these delinquencies while continuing to prevent the foreclosures of taxpayers. So here we have the FHA subprime bubble, and this is the share of borrowers with a debt-to-income ratio at above 43%, right? And this is 2000 to 2024, now at 64.47. This is not a crypto chart. This is not a gold chart. This is people that are falling underwater from their valuation and their debt, right? So how much money they have compared to how much debt they have, it is starting to swallow up their ability to really buy things without using credit anymore, which is kind of a crazy thing to do. And this whole FHA bailout, we have many, many comments of this. Darth Powell, the MBA, responded saying that due to taxpayer welfare, 8.5 million homes have been artificially kept off the market. They are artificially keeping these markets off the home. Guess what? They're using our tax dollars to keep these homes off of the market, thus keeping the prices higher, trying to not let all of these houses hit the market at the same time and cause this massive pullback. Because remember, it's a house of cards. It's a Ponzi scheme, a house of cards built on fragility. And if they break, and if these houses do hit the market and this FHA backstop stops, then they see a massive, massive pullback. And those real estate securities get very ugly very quick for the banks. As of January 31st, provided home retention options to approximately 8.5 million homeowners since the pandemic. Imagine the economic and housing market fallout if these homeowners went into foreclosure. Some of the comments on this are great. You mean housing could have been affordable this whole time? Criminal, utterly criminal. Who's going to jail? Restricting supply to artificially prop up prices, using taxpayer dollars to do it. Absolutely crazy. So this is the depth of the scam that is TradFi, and this is why the way money is done and the transparency in which money is done needs so much revamping, so much overhaul. And all while this is happening, sentiment about long-term inflation expectations are surging to 3.9%, to the highest level since 1993. One-year inflation expectations are now to a whopping 4.9%. Consumers are preparing for massive, massive price hikes. This is absolutely crazy. You see gold absolutely exploding. And what happens when the banks realize that people in their delinquencies, credit card delinquencies, are absolutely going parabolic, right? And what we see, here it is. Here's the credit card. All right. So credit card debt hit another all-time high, $1.2 trillion, right? So credit card debt hitting these record highs, all this while Trump apparently is getting along with Democrats. This is kind of crazy to see. First of all, Trump gave a congrats to Schumer for not shutting the government down. Kind of weird play, but here it is on True Social. He's trying to reach across the board. But here we go. Americans are missing debt payments as if there is a recession currently happening. U.S. consumer serious delinquency rates 90 days or more in credit card debt have jumped to 11.4%. This is the highest level in 13 years, and they have risen at the pace recently seen during the great financial crisis of 2007-2009. Serious delinquencies have exceeded 2001 recession levels, and U.S. consumers are struggling. This is a violent increase on delinquent credit card payments. Okay, people are utilizing credit cards to stay afloat right now. The worse and worse their credit gets, the harder it is to get a loan. And if you do get one, if you do get a credit card, guess what's going to happen? With this, we're going to talk about it. There's now Trump and AOC have partnered up to do something kind of crazy. Okay, do something kind of crazy. This is from the Kobayashi letter. Give more context. Share of active credit card accounts making the just minimum payment rose to 10% in Q3 of last year, the highest since 2012. This is a 3 percentage points over the last 4 years. And credit cards 30-day delinquents are at 3.5%. So consumers are, is in essence struggling to pay off this debt. and seeing this, Donald Trump and AOC coming out talking about it. Ladies, capping the credit card interest at 10% would mean that 80 million Americans would lose access to credit cards. Here's Trump talking about the exact same thing.
And while working Americans catch up, we're going to put a temporary cap on credit card interest rates at 10%. We have no choice. They're getting 22, 25%. We can't let people have to pay 25% and 22%.
So here's the thing. Let's look at it. This is greater context from Amuse. Capping the credit card interest at 10% would mean 80 million Americans lose access to credit cards in general.
Oh, Lord.
It would maybe be a good thing. They ought to move to prepaid debt anyways. And this is further. This isn't. So someone came back and they're like, this is a lie. If they capped it, banks would need to loan out more money to make the same amount of profit, right? Wrong. This isn't how it works. Today's lowest interest rate, approximately 13.5%, is typically reserved for highly creditworthy consumers. I'm talking like 750 or over credit scores.
Yeah.
Those individuals would least likely to default and thus the least costly issuers of debt from these banks. The national average rate of 24.2% captures the broader risk profile, while the highest tier, 35.9%, is explicitly priced to compensate for substantial likelihood of defaults among higher risk consumers. If the rate was capped at 10%, only those cardholders with perfect credit could get credit cards. Okay. So we got an issue here. We got a macroeconomic standstill, right? But crypto has a solution. And that solution, I think, is going to be found when we see this chart breaching that 120 and beyond, say, level in this general zone. I think what's going to happen is people that are buying these lows, Bitcoiners, we in Bitcoin land, we stretch ourselves thin and stay very low exposure to fiat, very high exposure to crypto.
Yeah.
As the chart goes great, and it does, of my opinion, when we breach above the 120 mark and beyond, that we're going to see a high increase in loans taken out on the Bitcoin and essentially like a DeFi Summer 2.0 type situation. So one of the main spots that I think this is actually going to happen on is Coinbase. And within Coinbase, there's a protocol that's been specifically chosen to do that process of taking a loan out on your Bitcoin and receiving USDC, right? And maybe maybe they're going to go out there speculating on altcoins, or they're rather just going to utilize that to pay off their credit cards, right? Because I know a lot of people that are heavily exposed to crypto that have full credit cards right now. Yeah. I had one that was full, and it was painful. Like, I bought a good amount of crypto in this last dip, but I paid 3 or 4 times that amount that I was able to buy in crypto on clearing this credit card dead.
Yeah.
Because I just didn't want to deal with it anymore. So Morpho is a landing spot for this, where I think a lot of this is going to happen, and I am seeing some integrations happening on Morpho. Yesterday, $5 million across the assets USDC, Wrapped, and USDT were deposited into compound vaults built by Morpho Labs on Polygon. Okay, so we see a little bit of cross-chain integration happening with this. Now, an argument could be made that some people shouldn't have credit cards. That is very true. That is very true. Should they or shouldn't they? That's not for me to decide. But what I am here to do is to just call it as I see it and where this is likely going to end up. This is, when they had the banks shut down the option for lending out to regular consumers that didn't have perfect credit. Yeah. What did we see, Isaac? Oh, I mean, you're kind of young.
Yeah.
We saw cash for credit locations. Mm-hmm. Those little like green buildings that you see every now and again, or the yellow buildings, the cash payday loan things. They're predatory. There is no denying they were predatory. It was essentially like a black market of lending popped up. I think that Morpho is not going to be as nefarious, but it is going to be as aggressive in highlighting, hey, I'm available to give you loans here as well without the credit score thing. Because if this delinquency rate continues for these banks, they're going to, and especially if they cap the interest rate at 10%, you're going to need damn near perfect credit to get it. So I think a lot of people are going to be looking outside of that. And this is where I think that there's some opportunity in crypto to capture some of that migratory flight there. So we did see this integration I just highlighted with Polygon and Compound into Morpho. So if you get a chance, you want to check it out, compound.blue. Live on Polygon. Man, someone needs to breathe some life into Polygon. Unbelievable.
Holy moly.
This is also a scam. As of April 2nd, we will begin using 100% grade A Wisconsin butter to replace the current buttery blend, which contains seed oils. Sure, maybe they're doing that, right?
Yeah.
Sure. I'll give them that. This change will be made in all of our restaurants. But the big hubbubalub where everyone got excited about Steak and Shake is that they said that they were going to use tallow, because tallow is beef tallow. It's not, you don't just say tallow.
Yeah.
That they were going to cook their fries in tallow. Okay.
Yeah.
The thing about it is that they pre-fry the French fries in seed oils, vegetable oils. So essentially, they're just like, they need to fix it at its core to really have any massive effect. Isaac, I appreciate it. I swear to God, like as this channel grows, like I've learned to like basically trust a very small amount of people. Isaac is one of them. Isaac, Brianna, TJ, Easy, you know. Those are my boys. And Kelly, of course. What a guy. Saving my butt right now. But essentially, we have a lot of work to do, and I think it's going to take like 3 or 4 years to really see all of the seed oils taken out of our food. It is quite an aggravating situation for me. My son is still asking when he can have candy that's red, because red 40 is in everything. You know what? It's going to take a long time. It's going to take a long time. But let me know what you think. What is the biggest scam in history? Aaron, too. I trust Aaron. And Josh. Josh is pretty good. Pretty good. A little sus sometimes. Haven't seen him in a while. No, I'm just kidding. He calls in. Crypto Stevo, not you. Definitely not you. No, I mean, I've been burned by some people that I really trusted. And thanks. The show is chaos. Yeah, so I'm very careful about opening up avenues for people. But let me know what you think is the biggest scam. Social Security. Granny's Garden, call me handsome. Granny thinks I'm handsome. Very nice. My kid's daycare is closed on Monday. You know what? And isn't it, if a daycare, you pay for it up front. You do know where I live. Diamonds are the biggest scam. Safe Moon. These are good ones. Is Hex a big scam? And I think the Hex people that are buying these lows are actually going to be kind of profitable. I hate to say it. I don't hate to say it. I want to see people. There's a lot of scams out there. All insurance, diamonds. This is great. Insurance is a massive scam. Insurance is a massive scam out there. There's a lot of scams. Now, when it comes to scams, some of them make us money and some of them don't. If World Liberty Fi is a scam, I plan to make money off of it. Okay. Here is World Liberty Financial completing a sale of its token, raising a total of $550 million. I also had this post from last night. They bought $100,000 worth of SAY token. The address has sent 25 million USDC to separate addresses last week. The address last purchased 100K of SAY on Ethereum, sent it back to the main World Liberty Fi address. SAY is very down from its local highs here. What a cute Pepe. Unbelievable. So we have the buys. Here, the slew of verification from the buys. But look at the SAY chart in general. Like, Trump buying this chart? Man, I don't know. If Trump's buying it, I mean, is he really just going in there to get rugged? Or would he have some mechanisms to be able to pump that thing up, right? So let's go look at SAY. Where is it at? Where is it at? Someone said we're dumping in Bitcoin. Are we dumping in Bitcoin? 84.4. SAY is up 10% today. We're not dumping. Is Remy dumping? Okay. Yeah, SAY, I mean, there's a lot of, if this is a World Liberty Fi chosen project, holy cow, you're almost getting this thing at literally the level that it came out at. It came out at 17 cents. So, people that are crazy enough to be buying this blood, I think there's a lot of fun to be had. And I did put out that post because SAY being picked by World Liberty Fi, going to give it some juice. It's a small market cap. It's only $1 billion market cap. So keep that in mind. Now, Trump apparently talking about the annexation of Greenland, maybe becoming our 52nd state after Canada.
What is your vision for the potential annexation of Greenland and getting the potential?
Yeah. Well, I think it'll happen, and I'm just thinking, I didn't give it much thought before, but I'm sitting with a man that could be very instrumental. You know, Mark, we need that for international security, not just security, international. We have a lot of our favorite players, cruising around the coast, and we have to be careful. And we'll be talking to you. It's a very appropriate, really a very appropriate question.
There's an issue in the high north, so the Arctic. So what you did. So when it comes to Greenland, yes or not joining the US, I would leave that outside for me, this discussion, because I don't want to drag NATO in that. But when it comes to the high north and the Arctic, you are totally right. The Chinese are now using these routes. We know that the Russians are rearming. We know we have a lack of icebreakers. So the fact that the outside Russia, there are 7 Arctic countries working together on this under US leadership is very important to make sure that that region, that part of the world stays safe. And we know things are changing there.
This is bullish. We might be getting Greenland, folks. Or at least deep cooperation with Greenland. Very, very cool. Isaac, thank you very much. What a guy. But yeah, I would like to take a trip to Greenland, calling it a state of the United States. Uncrossed legs. God, I mean, look at the legs. That's a good point. If you're in a room, any room, even if there's no one else in the room, do not sit with your legs like this. If you're a man,
Especially if you're a man.
even if you're gay, don't do it. It just looks weird. So, there is that. Trump to invoke Wartime Alien Enemies Act of 1798 to carry out deportations to Guantanamo Bay.
Bullish. Woo!
Very nice. Very nice. Give me the Hannah-bot. Where's the Hannah-bot?
What?
The deported button.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
You're deported.
Isn't she like down the road right now?
Apparently Leo is, but Hannah's not.
She's still in England or something?
Something like that. She said
Okay.
very soon she's going to be down, so sometime this month.
Okay. We'll have her back on the show when she's downtown.
Indeed.
Now, this is the new ETH logo. It just dropped. Okay. The ETH logo. All you got to do is turn the McDonald's sign a little bit sideways. This was the plan all along. This was the plan all along. Apparently another 1.7, I think she meant million, not 1.7 CCC token.
Yeah, it's 1.7 million.
Yeah, it's 1.7 million. These CoinsChicks tokens were staked. I think it was yesterday for 1 year. People are apparently getting tampered. Like, this is insane. To see all these people staking millions of meme coin, and it's like the market had a massive pullback in these. They're not really selling the tokens. It's pretty crazy. So whatever they're doing is working over there. Good job, guys. Now, this is crazy. So just saying, back in the day, people thought Bitcoin hitting $10,000 was impossible. This is Cobb. And I got to get along with the XR people, but I also have to call out some BS when I see it. So this is a message from Corey Bates. I'm actually convinced XRP guys are retarded. Here we go. So the context of XRP going to $10,000
Insanity, first off.
is in question here. I really have to emphasize, I think there's upside in XRP to become. Should we show them? Should we do some math?
Yeah, we're going to do moon math on the worst project to come out.
All right. I mean, honestly, there's much worse projects than XRP.
Yeah,
It's just what makes it bad for me as an investment right now. I mean, I even hold some XRP. But I bought it at 17 cents. Me buying more doesn't make much sense because I'm only expecting like a 2 or 3x at tops in this cycle here. So we go to Bitcoin, go to the market cap, we go to the all-time. All right, so the price, let's see where 10K happened. 10K right about June of 2020. Right here, June. So the market cap at $223 billion. Wow.
Jeez,
How much we have grown. Okay. So Bitcoin to hit $10,000 a unit had to hit a market cap of $220 billion. Okay. Let's do some math on XRP. And I'm just doing this to bring people back to Earth because $10,000 XRP.
Not cooked in the books.
I want to say bad words, but my daughters are here.
Yeah, that's fair. Me too.
So what do we got here? We actually are going to have quite a bit of XRP supply released over the year. Shout out to this is the Bitcoin way for dropping a membership too. Now we're going up. We're going to jackknife this all the way to the upside. $10 trillion, $147 a unit. Okay. So let's add, we're going to have to add some zeros. $100 trillion.
It's gonna be like 500 trillion for 10K XRP.
Well, no, you have to be right around. Let's say 80, right?
yeah.
Not 800, 80 trillion. Maybe 70. Okay, so $70 trillion. You need to hit a market cap of $70 trillion,
Which may or may not be a 69x from Bitcoin's market cap.
This is where like my aggravation with like those conversation points swirling around, and then people end up thinking that that's going to happen. You know what I mean? Like, you really think that XRP is going to hit $70 trillion market cap? Wait, like, are you going to capture the sun? Are you going to tokenize the sun and put it on XRP? We're going to do photosynthesis on the blockchain now? Unbelievable. $100 trillion.
So huge.
But Ripple, the IPO thing, fine. You know, Ripple, the tech, you know, if you have to stay within the ecosystem, there's good upside to make on Ripple's tech and like the Wall Street side for Ripple's IPO. I can absolutely say that. Now, I just had to highlight that. Now, we are potentially going to see a huge change in Solana's tokenomics. Raw! Sims 228 potentially cutting inflation of Solana by 80%. So Solana had a chance to cut down its inflation by 80%. Guess what happened? It failed. Solana, the proposal to introduce this market-driven emission model has failed. This came out last night, failing at 61.3% yes and no votes, below the 66.67 threshold. And they came close. They were close. Total supply. I think this would have been so helpful. I think the Crypto Stevo he's smart. He voted yes. There needs to be a reintroduction of this and a harder push to make this happen. Not just 10K, but 10K XRP by tomorrow. Government bowed.
You are banned.
Yeah, that's just unacceptable.
So, and look at the abstains. There's 3.2% abstained from even voting. Would that have pushed it over the edge? No, it just barely. Wouldn't have. No. And not voted. Look, 25% didn't even vote.
Lame.
This is what's wrong with this country.
The 25%.
Ugh, unbelievable. Can you moon math Bloom, please? Fine. That sounds like fun. Wasn't me. My dad, I don't think my dad's crazy enough to think $10,000 XRP's coming.
Oh, no.
Let's moon math Plume. Why not? Let's see what else we missed here. Just to make sure I didn't miss anything, and then we'll moon math Plume. Plume's been holding up great.
It has been.
All right, so Robinhood expands to Pengu offerings so people can get rugged from Pengu tokens on the traditional app Robinhood.
Beautiful.
That's great.
Gotta love it.
Oh yeah. Someone opened up a $14 million long on Chainlink before the pump too, dude. Chainlink pumped hard today. Look at this thing. 1450. I am happy. I am not sad about seeing this. And I'm glad I added to my bags at $13. That felt good to finally feel like adding some Chainlink to the bag. Boo! I love this crowd so much.
They're great.
Yeah, why would Robinhood list Pengu? Look at Pengu. God. I gotta say, the fact that I'm willing to cover CoinsChick should say a lot.
Facts. That's what I tell everybody, especially when I'm talking in her spaces. I'm like, to get Drew to talk about a meme coin, it has to be like,
look at this,
above and beyond.
This is insane.
Pengu sucks. Looks like Grifane. Also looks like ICP.
So, but it was just like this mass airdrop. And if you held like a pudgy penguin, then you qualified for the mass airdrop. What do they think was going to happen? Can you please talk about how crazy Moonwell went? I need to. I hold Moonwell. I bought it at, I think I'm slightly down even. I bought it at 3 cents again. I got out of it at like 6 cents when I saw things are getting a little wonky. It dropped.
Yeah.
I bought it at 3. It went down to like a cent. And now it's like 2.5 cents or something like that. I don't feel like it's gone too crazy, just so you know. But it is nice to see a live, maybe a life pump in it. Let's see here. I got so much stuff. And if you guys are, the trade call from everybody yesterday, the long went beautifully. If you're trading, use LBank or our other partner, BTCC. Links down in the description. Okay. Got to do some housekeeping because we are supported by some great brands. And I really appreciate them. Now, God, Solana really jacked up, not approving that. Swift messaging standards specifically for Chainlink go live in November of 2025. This is a date that we need to keep close attention on for Chainlink maxis. And I know you're out there. New format, smart contract, automated pricing system for the source of price fields go live on November of this year. This is going to be a massive, massive moment for Chainlink. So we're going to be paying attention to this as it unfolds. Now, oh yeah, this is a crazy moment.
Oh, Lord.
Worst nightmare happened last night. My wife casually asked how many firearms I had. I blurted out 4. She looked at me funny. I have no idea why I said 4. I've had more than that since we started dating. I mumble something and walk out of the room. How many firearms is too many firearms? I guess is the question, right?
It depends. If you have sons, extra is always better.
Extra is always better?
Yeah. If you're like, it's just a dad,
Mm-hmm.
or like say it was just me, 2, 3 max.
Yeah.
Two pistols and an AR.
In my mind, if I can't carry them all walking down the road, like even with like my arms full and looking like a turtle with a bunch of spikes coming out of me.
Yeah.
If I can't carry them all, probably a little bit. But they are continually going up in value.
That is true.
Like, impossible answer there. Impossible answer there. So
And your bunker is full.
yeah. Well, and this is the correct answer. Who are you, the ATF? What are you going to do next? Shoot the dog? Unbelievable. So we covered the Chinese barge. Here's also, when I walk into a gun store, it's like, I don't want anything. You know what I mean?
Unless
I was reminded of something I do want, which looks very similar to this. It is.
ballistic helmet.
The DevTac Ronin full face ballistic helmet. NIJ level 3A.
Our militia will have these helmets and these helmets only.
This is a must. Honestly, this is a must. I could easily see myself hosting a show in this.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
I could put the microphone inside the mask.
You're all good to go.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do some moon math on Plume, though, here. Make sure I covered all this. Okay.
Do it.
We...
Oh, God. Oh, Lord have mercy. Do we do it?
Okay, no, we need the chat to let us know if we go, like, super unhinged on the show or not.
1 for super unhinged, 2 for no. Let's move on and do some Plume moon math.
Yeah, because I'll start doing the moon math, and then we'll let them decide, because the next video was...
Yeah.
Oh,
I need to see a lot of ones.
see, and I built the show without knowing my kids were going to be here. Shotgun, high caliber bolt action rifle, 22 rifle, semi-auto rifle, and a handgun. That's a nice mix. Colin Thomas.
Oh, God.
Oh, be nice. Be nice. Jasper, can you share with her? Can you please share? Please share with her. Oh, baby. All right, I'm going to play this video. All right. Mute me. There we go. That was a good intermission. I had some peace delegations there.
Yeah, you had
to
to
handle
Russia and Ukraine peace treaties.
I don't know how I do it.
I don't know either.
I don't know how I do it. And I won't get it. My life is hard work.
I believe it.
Now, Plume is holding up very, very well. What I see here, it's at $293 million market cap. Real Housewives. Oh my God.
Oh, God. Hashtag boom.
Pickle nuts. Where's the super chat from Psychedelic Astronaut as well?
Don't yell at me, psychedelic astronaut.
Where is it?
If I don't see anything,
Is
you're
your
banned.
mic muted?
I'm unmuted, but
And let's see here. Because we got this. This is the Bitcoin one here. Oh, yeah. There we go.
Oh, you're lucky. I was about to ban you.
All right. Drew, will you take a look at C-Pool? It's an RWA. Massively down at 29 cents. Okay. C-Pool as well. Let's put that one in here. Thanks for the support, dude. Appreciate you. It's all Isaac's fault, too.
I know.
Every time you hear like a messed up edit or anything really that goes wrong, I can easily blame it on Isaac.
Because I was the one who edited it. Of course you can blame me.
Absolutely. All right. So we got, oh boy. Okay. Clear pool.
Oh, God. ICP. My bad. I could do this all day.
Okay. So it's a $96 million. All right. So we got to look at Plume first. All right. So this thing, healthy, shelfy, juicy,
Beautiful.
fantastic. Now, it's integrated with Ondo, kind of a smaller RWA play. I don't think it's going to be nearly as big of a market cap as what Ondo accomplished.
Yeah.
But it is an easier market cap to move in comparison. Paul Atkins, I think we're about a month or 2 months from him being put into play.
Mm-hmm.
So, RWA credit narrative for C-Pool, okay, bullish. This Plume action here, I could see something in the $1 to $5 billion market cap for Plume at some point this year.
Let's take a look.
$1 billion is kind of the bearish, $5 billion kind of the bullish. Let's go here.
Got a coin perspective.
We're going in.
Get it going.
All right, now tokenomics. Let's see if they have the
trillion.
tokenomics. Let's see.
Do they have anything out, or do I have to go to their website?
Yeah, go to their website and look at the tokenomics. They got 2 billion tokens out right now. There's a total, I believe, 10 billion tokens.
Yes.
So, and we're at just about a $300 million market cap. I'm going to cook this up just to be safe because I know there's got to be some coming out this year. So I'm going to put it at 3.5 billion. Let me know if that's wrong, Isaac, while you're doing that back end work.
Okay. Yeah, I got you.
Let's see if it hits $70 trillion. No, I'm just kidding. So a $1 billion market cap on Plume would be about 30 cents. So it'd be a 2x with a heavy increase on tokens. I'm being overzealous when it comes to how many tokens are coming out. 5 billion.
Let's see.
$1.47 or a 10x. Let's see. Oh God, Atom Bag I bought back in 2020. Holy God. Woo. What's the tokenomics look like, Isaac? Should we go in and find it?
I'm working on finishing.
All right, I'm gonna go to CoinGecko.
Yeah, you got it.
Might beat you. It's a race to tokenomics. Because this matters a lot. The tokenomics of this project matters a lot for particularly this year. Let's see here. I hold the project. May as well dive into it, see what's gonna happen. Am I gonna die?
So about 935 million tokens will be out by August.
935 million tokens
by August. So about a billion.
Okay.
So just under a billion tokens are going to be released.
Okay, so I way overdid this.
Yeah.
Way overdid this. Let's just put this at a billy.
Well, it has two billy out right now. Self-reported supply.
So there's going to be another 935 million added.
So it'd be 2.9 mil.
Yeah, okay.
Or bill,
okay.
Sorry.
Thanks for doing that on the fly in the background.
Yeah, no problem.
So now that changes things. So 5 billion means an 11x. And a $1 billion market cap brings it to right about a 2, maybe 2.5x. So that's kind of like my bearish case expectation, around 41 cents for the token. Top end expectation would be this 5. I mean, honestly, it's not top end, but like a more juicy RWA play would bring this thing to just under $2 or $1.75.
Not bad stuff.
And then let's do some really fun stuff. Let's say Paul Atkins gets put into place.
Yeah.
Let's say Securitize is actually able to put the real world assets narrative to work. Not just a narrative, but actually start partnerships and integration of representing assets on chain. Okay?
Oh, interesting.
Not any of this hopes and dreams stuff. Then I could see Plume reaching up to that $10 billion mark, and then you get a $3.51
Beautiful.
or a 23x from the current levels it's at. So that's what I see for Plume on this
C pool.
C pool. Let's go into the website here. Just get an understanding what this bad boy is. This is the first time I've heard about it. Been holding back on me. Thankfully, because that chart looks like garbage. First decentralized credit marketplace. See, this type of stuff might actually really do nicely. With all the credit problems that I covered. Look at that.
Oh, nice.
Look at that. I like
Beautiful.
this. This plays right into the narrative. I think people are going to look at crypto for credit options. I
Yeah.
really do.
Interesting.
Plume mainnet not even live yet, by the way. So,
Yeah.
Veteran Crypto giving that highlight right there.
Quick little question from Steve-O.
Yeah,
You can
yeah.
only
Let's
pick-
see here.
You
Can
can
you
only
pick
pick one. Sorry. Morpho
Oh, you read,
or Well?
yeah.
Morpho for me. That's what I pick.
Morpho or Wells? So you got to read the whole question, Isaac.
Better
You can
ROI
pick only
from
one.
now until the end of the year. Morpho's going to have a better ROI than Well, in my opinion.
Wells more beat down though.
Yeah, that is true. But Morpho has the whole Coinbase, CBBTC, and the lending protocols to like take
Yeah.
loans off your Bitcoin.
You know,
on
Well
Coinbase,
has
so-
CBBTC as well though.
Yeah, I know, but
There's more direct inflow that Morpho will experience from being the kind of the chosen one for Coinbase.
mhm.
Well's got that credit card. That
Well does
spendability.
have that credit
Right.
card.
This one, decentralized credit marketplace, C pool. I mean, this is a cool narrative for me. When I see a problem in the traditional credit market, the products that are building solutions in crypto that can offer the credit to people that need it,
Yeah.
that actually is kind of like a bullish narrative for me. Wells releasing that card. Moonwell's releasing that card as well.
That's true.
So this is interesting. So let's go to C pool. A lot of pain on the charts here. A lot of pain. This 12-cent level, wouldn't say the pain's done. It's fallen down to like half a cent before. So this 12 cents, a lot of room to go. In the pain realm. But where it sits right now, man, like as long as they're staying engaged, let's see if they've been posting. Last chain. Look like they're gaming their post to get about 180, 300 here, 200 here. This is I would just say there is way more risk in Clearpool than Moonwell.
Yeah. I agree with
And
that.
way more risk than Morpho. But the upside, ridiculous upside. If this thing actually does work out and return to, because the circulating supply is already at 760 million tokens are out. Got a total supply of 1 billion. Something to keep in mind though, when you're running out of releases for the VCs to because VCs like getting token unlocks and selling them into a up market, right? They use capital to advertise to keep the excitement going. If the token unlocks are running out, then there's less and less reason for them to pump a lot of notoriety into a project. So
Yeah.
that is something we got to think about here. This Clearpool one, I would say massively high risk. If I'm approaching this project, which I am actually considering because I'm insane,
We know.
probably like 0.25 of a percent of my entire portfolio,
Mm-hmm.
just in case it's a dark horse that wakes up like crazy and goes absolutely ballistic.
Yeah,
This
that's
is
true.
possible.
It is possible.
But going into this token, this is just like going to a slot machine. And it's a slot machine with a higher chance than, let's say, the next Fart Inu 1000.
That's true.
So it's got a higher chance than that.
Or celeb token.
Or Celeb token. Celeb token, that's just, you're going to the slaughterhouse.
Yeah, you're going to get murdered.
Yeah.
In that place. But
H-bar bean. I'm trying to get 2 more for me and 2 for my wife and 1 for my baby boy. Guns. Okay.
guns.
Okay.
Based.
I cannot wait till my son is able to go shoot his gun.
You have
It's
you
gonna
got
be-
him the 22, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so there are some long shots that I'm willing to take. This looks like a long shot, but credit lending, I spent a long time explaining the pain that exists truly in the current credit lending market. I think that if they do try to cap the interest rates, then you're basically going to see 80% of people in the United States barred from getting access to credit cards. And then where do they look around, right? Learn about decentralized finance, right? Heavily overinvested in C-Pool and okay, psychedelic astronaut. Higher ROI from today, Pendle or Caspa?
Jeez.
I think Pendle, less ROI, but more trustworthy in the long term. Caspa, better ROI, more chaos.
100%.
Pendle. Let's look at Pendle. Talk about a throwback. Well, me and Johnny were about this thing. Look at this. To give you some context on how long I've been doing this, me and Johnny were bragging about talking about this thing and essentially shilling this thing in this trough. Back then, this looked like a smiley face. And I was putting post out like with a smiley face as it returned to this to these levels. Look at how much has changed.
Yeah.
So you're almost actually back to that original pump level. Pendle pumped all the way up to $6.80. Me and Johnny were about this thing at 4 cents, bro.
Holy cow.
This is the type of stuff you get if you're in the basement. This is the type of stuff. 4 cents to $6 and then back down to hell. So we're at $2 right now. I mean, if these markets turn over in general and alts are able to actually start running, she's leaving town. Pendle is about, if we tick over, and it's very subject to Ethereum. I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, I wouldn't be, a lot of people are telling me like that was alt season. Is an intro. I don't think we're there yet. I really, really don't think we're there yet. Why? Because this still remains. There will be a point where we'll see even a momentary tick down. Go play in the 40s for a minute for Bitcoin. And we'll have that momentary, short-lived few months of excitement where all altcoin maxis are geniuses. You're going to be dancing around, popping champagne, rubbing it in the face of Bitcoin holders.
Running around in circles around Poon.
And then it'll drop back down to where it came from again.
And your screenshots then turn into pain and destruction. And
take profits for when those times come. Like Bitcoin, the dominance chart, this is the best barometer that I can use or think of using for alt season. High cycle top still has plenty of room to play for Bitcoin in general. But back to the question, better upside Pendle or Caspa? I actually think Caspa. I wish Drew would focus more on fundamental analysis than TA. I think that's kind of like all I do.
That's kind of all I do.
Drake Link is looking pretty sexy right now. Yes, sir, it is. Diaries of a Strip Club DJ. What a name. All right, well, who are we sending the show to? Who should we send the show to?
Let me see who is on right now.
Yeah, look around. Because what I'm doing is
Nobody's live.
Nobody's live? Oh, yes. Somebody's got to be live right now. I want to know who to send this show to. Maybe no one is live.
No one's live.
No one's live right now.
Nobody's live.
Well, I love and appreciate every single one of you out there. Thank you very, very much for joining me on this experience today. Glad my children didn't knock the camera over. Glad to spend this day with you. Our Chainlink bags pump. And we get to speculate on all of these deep alt picks while the prices are low and the pain is there. The pain is real, and people that have been in this for a long time, I know many that are giving up hope for a brighter tomorrow, and I don't want that. Markets will turn around. It's just a matter of who's crazy enough to hold the side of the ship on the way back up to the top of the wave. I hope that you have that power. So appreciate every single one of you out there in the chat. We got Texas Tycoon. Hello from Texas. Veteran Crypto over Gold. Cali Crypto dude we just need to start a new account for him or something. Like, I don't know what happened. Morgan Powell, Tommy Marin, MV Pete, Kyle Watts, Fat Tom, Kryptoni, Crypto Stevo, ICP King, Multiverse Destroyer, and the rest, JP No Morgan, Laserface.
You are
appreciate every single one of you out there. Crypto Blood is live, it said.
Okay, I'll check them out.
Look for Crypto Blood. Crypto Blood's a G. Crypto Blood was on this show.
He was, I remember.
Let's see if we can find him. You find him?
Let's look.
See, that's why I need the people out there.
Yeah, he's live. All right, bet. We'll go say hi to Crypto Blood.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, have a beautiful weekend.
See you guys.
Later.